Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Thank you for popping in. And I'm popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, y'all got to forgive me. I ain't got my ring on. Just got done working out. And then after that, I was doing some more work. So just understand that because people be, oh, where your ring at? But my rings is real thick. So I always take them off because I don't like to get the gold to get scratched up. So I'm going from work to work. So understand that. Now, I'm going to be going through these letters. And as we get time, y'all hear this all the time. And so we'll try to get through them. And I'll try to, hopefully, I want to be able to, post some and just to connect with y'all who are sending me letters. Can't promise you that the answer is always going to be, right or what you want to hear. But at least try to do my best, give you an outside voice. So let me see. And then some of these kind of be not real questions and some be real. This one, the title is The Lord Gives and the Lord Takes. Hello, Mr. Gaskins. I hope this message finds you well. I know you have heard this already, but you are truly an example for us all in how we should think, act, and feel in this life. I know men may see someone like you as a threat, but I hope they will eventually see you as goals they desire to reach. Thank you for continuing the mission that you are on. Much respect. Hey, thank you very much. I'm going to try to make this brief. In 2018 to 2019, I began asking God to give me a man that I could love and marry. I prayed for 7 months. In May 2019, I met this guy who I ended up falling in love with. We are in an unofficial relationship for 2 years. I feel embarrassed to say this, but it's okay. We all got a story. He wouldn't commit and didn't believe in titles. He was a former gang member in Chicago, but he changed his life around and left that life. He worked full-time as security and a father to one son. However, he heavily smoked weed and drank alcohol almost every day. He denied he had a problem and often said he has self-control. Anyway, Tony, there is no other way to say this, but I truly fell in love with him to the point when I slept with him. Both of us are Scorpios. I think you get the picture. No, I don't get the picture because I don't know what a Scorpio is. I know what a scorpion is. They sting you, but I don't know what a Scorpio is. I'm saved, sanctified, and Holy Ghost filled. Y'all, for those y'all who don't know, if y'all new here, I don't study zodiac. God ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I hate to say that now. Y'all forgive me. We had a fallout almost a year ago on April 28th. He got mad when I confronted him about his drug use. It was about the third time I addressed it with him. I felt like it was getting in the way of us spending time together and interfering with his ability to commit or be in a relationship with me. He was straight with me from the start. He had many women he was messing with, as you call them, roster fillers, with me as the starting point guard. He shared everything with me about himself and his life, even the darkest secrets he never told anyone else. He trusted me and I trusted him. He fell in love with me and I fell in love with him, but he wouldn't give us a chance. He often operated from a place of trauma and distrust with women, and I have been sensitive to that. There was a point in our relationship when he told me that I was an angel to him. I knew he meant it. I knew though we would ever split apart. I meant never. I never thought we would ever split apart. Even if our unofficial romantic relationship wouldn't last, I always told him that I want him close. I told him he is family to me, no matter what. All of that changed a year ago. He blocked my number on April 28th. Both of us are not as active on social media, so no blocking there. I saw him 3 months later at my doctor's office where he worked, and it was where I first met him. In those 3 months, I was crying every day. I was in so much pain. When I saw him, I was still in pain, but put my feelings aside to talk to him and confront him, gently with compassion and self-control. He broke the news to me that he got another girl pregnant and he was going to father a daughter. That broke me. hearing that nearly destroyed me. Tony, I never cried so much in my life. I fell into depression. There was one point when I felt my faith in God was gone. I felt lost for a short time period. But the Lord is good and his mercy endures forever. I have never prayed so much in my life. Tony, the last 3 months, I have been in a season of healing and I have never felt more spiritually and mentally strong in my life. A little background. I am 30 years old with multiple disabilities, a woman of color, completed my master's in counseling with emphasis in sports psychology. I work in the mental health field and do disability advocacy work as it relates to immigration and the criminal justice system. As you can see, God has given me a purpose and I'm trying to embrace it more and more. The heavy weight is on me, and that's okay. If that's what it takes to create meaningful and lasting change, then let thy will be done. I have been told by many, especially men, that I am a beautiful woman. It always seemed men become shook when they see someone like me, because how can a woman have multiple disabilities and be this beautiful? Ignorance, but that's okay. Growing up, I was always known as the ugly girl, unattractive one. All of that changed within the last 10 years. Eventually, I realized beauty starts from within and makes outer appearance glow even more. Tony, I came from the bottom. I started at the bottom. I had to work 10 times as harder to get where I am today. I still experience oppression, prejudice, and biases, but I no longer let it deter me. God has built me. To end this, I still pray for the man I fell in love with. I no longer feel the pain of a broken heart. There are times when I miss him and worry about him, but I have stopped worrying and substitute my worry with prayer. I will always love him, but I know it's time for me to move on. Now I am praying to God again to bring a man according to his will and his time. I am also praying to God that when that time comes again, to give me the courage to not be afraid to fall in love again. To be honest, I am afraid to fall in love and get close to another man. Several men have approached me within the last year, but I did not hang on to them. I wasn't ready and still don't know if I am ready, but God will know when I am ready again. The Lord gives and the Lord takes. And I hope in time, God will reveal why he gave me this guy and why he took him away from me. There is so much I left out, Tony, but would love to hear your thoughts. Please do not stop inspiring and do not stop grinding. God bless you, your wife, and your 2 beautiful sons. Hey, thank you so much. Well, I really would tell you this. You was praying to God and the devil heard you. And I don't necessarily know if that's a literal thing, but I will say you was praying to God and the devil heard you. God ain't got nothing to do with this. God ain't got nothing to do with this. God don't send bad. God don't send bad. God not gonna send you no drug addict. God ain't gonna send you no man that you finna be in and out of a relationship with, breaking up 3-4 times. If God send it, he's going to be a man of God. A man of God does not mean a perfect man, but it means a man who can grow, a man who want to grow, a man who can change, a man who wants to change. It's going to be a man who is constantly in the process and making progress, growing and becoming better, because his goal is to be perfect as his Father in heaven is perfect. That is what God is going to send. And when God send this man, that he might smoke, he might drink, but he want to change and he can change and he going to work to change. When God send this man, does not mean he's going to be a knight in shining armor. He is going to fail. He's going to make mistakes. He's not going to be perfect, nowhere near it. But if God send this man, that means this man can change. So that's what you got to realize and understand right here now. So, hey, if you're going to pray to God, then you got to read your Bible. You got to read your Bible so that you understand the attributes of God. So that when you see a man, you understand, how does God give gifts? How does God send blessings? When you see these stories in the Bible of how God sent a blessing and how that blessing is packaged, how those blessings look, you're going to see different examples. So when you meet this man, you're going to be able to say, does this feel like a blessing Or this feel like a setup? Does this feel like a decoy? So is this man's actions and his mindset, his heart, in line with God and what God wants? And so that's what you got to be real with yourself about. And if you could do that, then you're going to make some way. You're going to make some way, and it's going to make some changes in your life, and you're going to be able to do a little better. But yeah, just going through here like this and you praying, but you really don't know what you're praying for, it ain't going to work out. It ain't going to work out. You know what, might start doing talks with Tony. I might just start doing episodes. Just put episode 1, because I done did so many of them. But so sometimes if I answer multiple, I don't know which one to title it as. So y'all forgive me if you just see episode 1 and episode 2, and then watch them forget the episode number. And so all the rest of them will just be bonus, and these have a number. What's the best way to tell a guy I don't want to date him? This is another letter. He made a comment about taking it slow. He thinks I'm not ready because I have been hurt. I learned from experience not to date when grieving. I'm also dealing with gang stalking and cyber stalking. And Christmas marked a year since I went no contact with this other guy. That seemed more like a situation. I tried to be there for him when he said his mom died. I had experienced 3 losses. It didn't take long for me to see that everything was lies. He had an ex that was young enough to be his daughter, and he refused to admit that she was an ex. He said she was like a daughter to him. He also has 2 daughters, but he said the ex-wife had 3 miscarriages. This email would be too long if I told you everything. Well, now at least got to tell me something now, because if you don't tell me nothing, I can't really help you. Can't really answer your question, you know. I ain't got no details in there. Now my mom and sister-in-law died, and God is helping me through this. Why do some guys refuse to let go? A friend thinks he's more than a narcissist. From what I learned, a aunt can be a psychopath. Why do guys assume women don't want to date because she's been hurt or she likes women? When I went to my mom's funeral, I found out about my sister-in-law who died the month before, and a few others. I feel some guys can be so insensitive, and when I call them out, they will apologize. Coming from NY to NC, I thought guys here would be different. From New York to North Carolina, guys here would be different. Well, sister, you know, these were kind of some general questions, and I really don't have an answer for, you know, those, I call those wise water wet questions, which, you know, some people get offended when I say that, but it's just like, it got to be specific to that guy, you know, because it could be his upbringing, it could be abandonment, it could be his past relationship, it could be his experiences, you know, so things of that nature. So y'all got to understand that. So got us another letter here, and this right here look like it's from a brother here now. It's from a young brother now. Dear Mr. Gaskins, I hope this email finds you well, and I apologize for its length in advance. My name is, it's a man name, I think. Yes, a man. I'm a 24-year-old male, but I am turning 25. Let me see, May 3rd, he sent this in. Hey, y'all got to forgive me, I'm a little tired now. I don't know why I've been tired. I've been going to sleep too, but maybe working out too hard. But I am turning 25 in 22 days. Okay, 25th, May 25th, happy early birthday. I first want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for changing my life. Before I found your channel, I was an avid listener of the Men in the Dark, a deep believer in the Red Pill and MGTOW movement. I was in an on and off toxic relationship with a bisexual woman who I thought loved me, but didn't at all. was involved in fornication and sin, did not know God at all, and hated women. My heart was full of misogyny, and I was the dictionary definition of a grown boy. Fast forward to about a year later, I have been abstinent for about 9 months now, giving my life back to Christ, have the utmost love and respect for a woman, and have found my God-given gifts and purpose as an actor and a singer. I listen to A Woman Influence from cover to cover. Reading gives me a headache and my mind wanders a lot, so I bought the audiobook. I also wanted to thank you for delivering me from the shame of not finishing the rush process for the fraternity Omega Psi Phi. My family forced it on me from a young age, and as I got deeper into the process, I was getting beat and hit, and it not only felt wrong, but at the root, I wanted to join the fraternity so that I could be attractive to women at school and sleep with as many as I could. Insecurity. It was chapter 1 that made me aware of my real motives and gave me peace about dropping line. I am eternally grateful to you for that. Man, that could make me cry. I'm about to cry. Because on chapter 1 of A Woman's Influence, I went in. You ain't read the book. I went in, and that chapter made me cringe when I was writing that because it was too much truth. Woo! When I was talking about men and what we do with, like, even mentioning fraternity, I say, boy, it's gonna be so many Greeks that read this that's gonna hate me. But this brother here, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. 24 about to be 25. Man, say, hey, so we say, man, I needed this. Lord knows I needed this. Lord knows I needed this here. Y'all forgive me, bro. Y'all forgive me for taking a little break. Y'all forgive me. I had to just take that in. My goodness. That boy, ooh, that man say he was all into the MGTOW, to the red pill, to the men in the dark. And it came over here. My. Y'all forgive me. All right, we back in. My questions are this. I often hear you say that a man is not ready for love until 25. I feel as if I am ready for love, but still struggle with the fear of commitment. How can I overcome this as a man? The idea of divorce frightens me. My parents were in a very toxic and abusive relationship, as well as my mom was a quarrelsome and cantankerous woman. She was always emasculating my father and arguing with him, which caused him to cheat on her, which I witnessed myself. I also am afraid of my wife getting tired of me and leaving me because of boredom in marriage and her desires for novelty. Hey, this man is smart. This man say novelty. I don't even know what that is, brother. God bless you. Question number 1. Now we're going to address this now. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become. And just reading that made me inspire a husband boot camp, because I done made so many mistakes in marriage and really failed epically in marriage, man. I really have failed epically in marriage. Even though I'm married and, you know, we in love and all of that, I still have failed epically as a man, just in communication and just making my wife feel all the way 100% the way I want her to feel. Now, yeah, she got a glow on her, and yeah, she love life, and yeah, she living, but I still, as a man, want to be so much better. And if I could get, you know, men like your age to not make the mistakes that I done made as a man, just with the way we love, the way we communicate, the way we work, the way whatever, that would make a huge difference. So I might have to do me a little course and put some videos in there, and then do me some little Zoom calls with the fellas. So keep learning. Number 2, how and where do I find a Proverbs 31 woman? In the Bible, it says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Usually, I would just pick the women who like me because I have been rejected a lot and judged about my looks. So I still struggle with approaching the women that I like. Brother, as you become the man that you're supposed to be, and you walking in confidence, you working on yourself, 3 B's, brain, brand, body. So you're working on your career, your passion, acting, singing. You're working on your body, you're working on your mindset, and you're reading affirmations, you're reading quotes, and you building that confidence. You will start to attract the women. What I mean by attract is you'll be able to tell by how she looking at you, how she slow down because you in her presence. When you talking to a woman at the grocery store, in the line, and she doing customer service, or she the waitress, don't overlook that. Because that could be your wife. Don't overlook that interaction. Don't skip past that. That could be your wife. Number 3, do nice guys really finish last? It is very difficult for me to act like a bad boy, even though I am an actor. I know the tools and tricks to manipulate women into giving me what I want, but I would rather just be nice, loving, polite, compassionate, young man that I am, instead of pretending to be someone I'm not. However, in some of your talks with Tony videos, for example, the engaged but still want my ex, it seems women want the men who mistreat them and do them wrong and disrespect the good and faithful men of God. I will tell you this, a woman who is not a good woman will take advantage of the nice guy. The woman who her personality, her character, the things she does is not in line with a good woman, that's who will take advantage of the nice guy. Now, the woman who is, your everyday woman who she working on herself, she loves herself, she love God, she want to be better, she want a nice man. She want a nice man, and you got to really actually be a nice man. You can't just look like a nice man, but then talk to her like crap. Put her down and do all of those things. And that's all stuff that I did. I looked like the package. I looked like a good man, but I was not that. And that's when you will end up pushing a woman away. Actually, you'll push a woman to another man. You'll push her to find, a safe space. You'll do that. So understand that. Number 4, is it wise for me to even get into a relationship? I feel as if I should put my money first. Then I can attract the woman I want. But at the same time, I don't want a woman who just loves me for my money. Is it love first, then a career, or vice versa? You have to do what's in front of you. So work as hard as you can on your gifts and your goals and your dreams, and simultaneously you can meet your wife. So you want to be focused and ambitious, but you also want to have your eyes open. Meaning, if you see this woman, you like her energy, you like her look, she's walking slow enough for you to approach her. She looks like you're attracted to her. She looks like the wife you've seen in your mind. Even though your money is not where you want it to be, but you locked in and you focused, you're going to auditions, you're doing acting classes, you're working on you, go shoot your shot. Because the woman for you, she will see that you are in process. She will then see if you're making progress. And then she will see your trajectory. She won't just judge you by the money that you do or don't have. She will see where you're going. When you actually get money, that's when everything gonna get clouded, and it's gonna be hard to tell. It's gonna be hard to tell. Hard to tell. Next question. I also wanted to know if there are any opportunities to be mentored by you directly as a young man trying to find his way in the world. I see you as the pivotal example of how a man should operate and live his life. Other than Jesus, but he is not physically here. Also, if you have any projects you have in the works and you need an actor that fits my look, I would love to participate. Thank you so much for all you do, and I wish you and your family well. I will also attach images of myself so that you have a reference of who you are speaking to, so you don't have to look at me with your good eye in the small Gmail picture. All right, God bless you there, brother. Now, your face, you look like a familiar face. Look like a familiar face. Y'all know who he almost looked like a little bit on this second picture, because he got a little earring in his ear, and he got the little low on the sides, and the little kind of curly fro, nappy fro that the guy's doing up there. He looked like on that picture there, brother, with the black jacket, you look like Giannis Antetokounmpo. who play on the Milwaukee Bucks. If y'all ladies don't watch NBA, when you type in Giannis, if it don't start to pop up and you click on images, you'll see Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now this brother here last name sound like an American last name. And now Giannis actually from Greece, but of course probably family migrated there. So brother, it ain't nothing wrong with your look now. Cause with women, looks ain't all, it's not all that specific. It ain't all that specific. With good women, looks ain't all that specific. It's like, you don't look like the bottom of somebody's shoe chewing bubble gum, so you'll be all right. It's gonna be your internal confidence. It's gonna be you telling yourself that you are enough, telling yourself that you're worthy, working on yourself, making progress, being ambitious, moving forward. It's gonna be those things that make you confident and attractive to a woman. Not a false sense of confidence. And that's what I had, a false sense of confidence. And even today, I'm working on a real sense of confidence. And it takes time, it takes time, but it's the messaging, it's what we're telling ourselves. That's what takes the time. So keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. Thank you for being here. I'm stretched so thin that I really can't do one-on-one mentoring because over the years, I've worked with over 300. I've spoken to over 300 NBA players, and they all got my phone number. And then I worked with several college teams. They all got my phone number. And then everybody I've met in my life at a seminar, growing up with, everybody got my phone number. So I'm stretched so thin. But what I would love to do is form like a group, like a men's group. I had one in the past, but it was another guy idea. I wasn't ready to do it. I wasn't ready to be involved. So, if you're a man and you watch this video and you got to this point and you want to be in the men's group, send the email in, send your picture, email, picture. That way I know you're a man, because sadly enough, there isn't really a safe space for men. Because even when I do courses for men, women sign up for the courses. When I do videos for men, women comment on the videos and be all in the comments. So it's like any space for men, it is still bombarded and taken over by women. And ladies, I'm saying this to y'all, if y'all want us to grow as men, you gotta provide, you gotta be okay with leaving a space for men to grow. Men have to cry in the dark, grow in the dark, heal in the dark, and it don't always happen. So the world has to shift to where men can wear our heart on our sleeve, to where we can be open, we can be vulnerable, we can be malleable, we can be out there and tell how we feel without being called a punk and a simp and looked down upon. And because even women will call a man, oh, emotional, oh, he's soft, oh, he weak, oh, I want me a tough man. And then things go wrong, and like we say, then it end up looking like the nice guy finished last. But I'm learning, you pick the right woman. Yeah, as a nice guy, you're going to get ran over to a certain extent. And what I mean by ran over is meaning the woman going to do what she want to do as far as decorating the house, spending whatever money need to be spent on whatever it is she want and whatever she want to do, but she going to be faithful to you. A good woman. You pick a woman with class, with confidence, a woman who ain't trying to jump in the bed. If a woman asks you to sleep with her, that's a sign you need to run. A man should always have to pursue the woman. A man should always have to make the first move. If a woman making moves on you, that's a sign you need to run. You never want a woman to chase you. You never want a woman to be making moves on you. So go on about your business. Go on about your business. And if you could do that, and you could just stay focused on you, keep doing the work, my brother, you're going to be all right. You are going to be all right. So, hey, this Tony Gaskins. God bless you. Thank you for writing in. Thank y'all for writing in. And I'm going to try to get through some more of these. And we will be in touch. I'm going to, have these videos. Y'all forgive me. Y'all see me popping up, but you know, sometimes I got to miss days. So when I got some days to shoot, I just got to go ahead and shoot some videos and get them on out there. So God bless you. Appreciate you. Shout out to those of you on Patreon, Blessed Tribe, Blessed Business Tribe. Really appreciate your love and support. And we're going to be in touch. Oh, make sure you visit the Academy, TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, and use the coupon code POSITIVITY. It's going to give you 30% off. Positivity, 30% off any course, your next course, 30% off. God bless you. We'll talk soon.